gonna be hard to do.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because what happens is
So if you happen to hear the the typing in the background, that was not on my current work in progress. That was actually on something else entirely. Something that just went live, literally just went live about an hour and a half ago. And yeah, I'm doing something new. How you doing, everybody? You are gaming with the Tea Monster. You'll be doing that tonight. You're writing with the Tea Monster. How you doing? Publishing trivia from sci-fi publisher of Ender's Game and The Wheel of Time. Ooh, that's a New York Times crossword. Was that Daw? Was that Daw or was that Bantam Del Rey? Which one was it? Oh, yikes. Or was I wrong on both counts? I know it wasn't Tor. But it was either... It was Tor? Wow. Ha! That's funny. I did not know that. Are you sure it was Tor? Wheel of Time? And Ender's Game. Tor. Really? Huh. Oh. You're watching the video, Mika. Yeah, so that was what I was typing, by the way. That was wow, Tor. I had no idea. That was what I was typing though. Yeah, 3 letters. So it wasn't Tor, it was Daw. No, it's not Rock. Okay, now you got me curious. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna look it up for you so you don't have to. Let's see here. But yeah, the earlier thing you heard me typing, chat, was in fact, it was, Wiki says rot. So it was Tor. Okay, I stand corrected then. Tor it is. But yeah, I had to actually do my first thing ever as a YouTuber. I had to put in a dispute for a copyright claim, which is ironic because that's what I was talking about, was copyright claims. I was talking about copyright claims in this YouTube video. And apparently my video has already been blocked. It has been blocked in Japan. So, and the thing I got blocked for, which is weird, but the thing I got blocked for was a thing where I did this I basically showed the story that spurred on the discussion, and that's under fair use because this is an educational video. It's an educational video about the DMCA, and so yeah, I was a little taken aback. I'm like, really? I'm being blocked in Japan, and I immediately went over to, whoops, that's not the wrong one. I immediately went over to the page just to make sure that everything was copacetic, and I'm still live. It's still visible. It's just not. It's apparently not visible in Japan. Which I find ironic that they're basically doing a copyright dispute on something that talks about copyrights and permissions for things. So yeah. So here's what I'm doing, chat, for today's writing session, which you'll notice I don't have either Pip or GamerCat with me. It's a quiet day. So I'm going to turn off Pip's camera, and I'm going to go on ahead and start work on the next. I'm going to start work on the next scene that I think I'd like to do. But I know that that there's going to be something in between. I think I know how I want to run this, how I want to manage this, but it's kind of tricky. Also, this is going to be a very short writing stream, mainly because I have a run today. I'm trying to do a lot of the stuff this week that I didn't do last week. Last week was a rough week. And I think I know why it was such a rough week. But you know, I'm back, and it's going to be a good week, and I'm not worried about it. If I'm worried about anything, it's weird. So if you're curious as to what's going on, I basically did a thing on YouTube. I did my first video essay, and I was pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of it, but I won't lie. I'm also a little nervous about it. My first venture, and what? The command isn't working now? What? What are you're killing me here, Nightbot. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. I'm pretty proud of it. And yeah, I have to find a way though to streamline the process. I will say that I do have to find a way to streamline the process. The first video is always going to be the toughest. The first video will always be the toughest because you know you're managing it. You're trying to get through it. You're trying to understand, you know how you want to. How you want to do certain things, what the graphics are going to look like, sound effects, etc., etc. That first video is going to be always the toughest, but I won't lie. I spent literally 2 days. I spent 2 days putting that together, and that's with the video editing and shooting and oh no, that was just no. It took me 2 days just to edit that because I started editing it on Saturday, and I was editing it all the way to Sunday, and I was fine-tuning it and everything, and I got it live yesterday. Well, I got it online yesterday, and I asked Steve Saylor to look at it, and yeah, I mean, it's not like I've never done video editing before, but this was in something entirely different, and that's also part. I won't lie. That was that was another little appeal of doing this. I'm trying something new. I'm trying something different, and you know, just as I've been doing during the pandemic. I'm trying to do things to broaden the skill set and try to figure out little things I can do to make myself a better content creator, make myself a better individual. And this was an education. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was hard work, but I just got to figure out how to streamline that part of it. So how do I want to launch it? Oh, I think yeah, okay. I heard some laughter up there. I think I might be the daughter and the wife yucking it up upstairs. Hey, Rick. I'm doing good. Doing good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Off and running, it looks like, with this. Don't start doing what? Don't start doing what? What do you? What am I not supposed to be doing? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Jeez. Oh, you mean yawning? I did not sleep well last night. I did not sleep well last night. If that was what you're wondering about with the yawning, if I can't entertain myself, if I cannot entertain myself on a stream, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign, chat. The initial success of Mattel and Parker Brothers spawned a wave of similar handheld games. Right, the most notable series of two head-to-head games from ColecoVision. It's got to be 1980. Dear Lord. Oh, chat. I'm just looking. I'm looking at a. Yeah. But I was just gonna say, yeah, so I'm doing a little research right here on handheld electronic video games, and one of them I just found out was that was popular in 1980 was the one put together by ColecoVision, but Coleco, and they were the people that I was. That was my first ever console, a ColecoVision. If there's any way I could hook it up to one of these things, I would be curious as to see how well it would run. Oh my God. ColecoVision. Yeah, good times. Good times. as a possibility. But that was my entry into home video gaming was the ColecoVision, and man, I honestly thought it was going to be the big, it was going to be the game changer. It's going to be the game changer, and then ColecoVision came out in 1982. And then in 1983, the video game industry just kind of, the home video game industry just kind of, you know, collapsed on itself hard. Mm. Yes, I will continue to get old, Mika. I will continue to get old. That clip, however, probably not. Almost forgot. Alright, almost forgot. 25,295 is the starting point. Hey, buddy. I think that's a good sign, the fact that I've cracked into the 25K. Alright. Hey, buddy. Where you going? There was a big gamer cat under here. He's now slinked. Oh, there he is. There you are. Yes, I see that you left a present for me. I'll pick that up in a second. Hey. Did you want to settle in here? And then I can turn on the cat cam and you can relax a bit. Right. Come here. Come here. Yeah, you got the full treatment today. You got gushies, you got your meds, and you got a little bit of superhero serum, didn't you? Didn't you? Now I can't see your camera. Come on. Come on. He's right here. There he is. See? There you are. There you go. There you go. Make that fist of fury. Haru. 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 You're in a mood today, aren't you? Oh, hey, hey, hey. Are you getting tangled up in this stuff? Here. Well, I can't help it. I can't get a wider desk. You know, you're going to have to work with me, Cat. You're going to have to work with me. Okay. Did I not? I thought I sent it out. Oh, that's very slick. Did I not? I didn't. Shoot. I was going to put a tweet. I had it all set up to do a... It's funny. I had it all set up to... Whoa. I had this all set to send out a message, and it didn't work. I messed up. Just curious as what this is. Hmm. Now you be careful there, Mika. I love me some Metallica. I love me some Metallica. I was not a Metallica fan until Pip came into my life. Pip turned me into a Metallica fan. And when you compare Metallica to some of the other bands that are out there that were out there around that time, the Monsters of Metal, there's a reason they're still around. They really are musicians. They are very talented musicians. The Black Album is exceptional. The Black Album is all the hype you hear about the Black Album is true. It's very true. I mean, I would argue that their breakout was probably Master of Puppets, but I mean, you know, their songs just really hold up super well. And they did a cover of Turn the Page on the album Garage, and that's a really good cover. It's a solid cover. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Metallica. You also, I don't mind saying it. The people there were some people that have been kind of critical about this is karma. This is Lars Ulrich's greed and Metallica's greed coming back after what happened with Napster. I'm of a different mindset about that, because the thing is, when you watch some kind of monster, it was filmed around the time that that everything with Napster kind of came to a head, and you realize just how some people really kind of trivialized what they were dealing with. And I remember Orion, friend of the stream, Orion, said to me during the height of that's how long we've been friends. We've been friends since the Napster thing. He said to me when we were talking about Napster, he said, because I was very pro Napster, and then Orion said to me, okay, well then let me ask you this. How would you feel, T, if you gave away 5 chapters of your book? Just to whet people's appetites and give them something to something for free. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Sure. He goes, okay, how would you feel if someone else did it for you? And I said, well, I mean, if I gave them permission, sure. And he said, okay, what if they did the entire book and they didn't ask your permission? Now there are certain artists. There are writers that are like, hey, yeah, if you wanna download my book for free, you go right ahead. I want you reading the book. I could care less how you get it so long as you read it. And those authors have found a moderate amount of success with that model, but that model doesn't always work. That model does not always work. So, I remember starting very pro Napster, and now I'm pro Metallica, because I do think that the artists and the people who own the rights to the music should have complete control over what they distribute and how they distribute it. If Harris Heller and Chill Hop Radio and those folks are okay with giving away their music, then they can give away their music. I don't have a problem with that. It's when people do it for them without their permission. That's something entirely different. And I have friends who are musicians who have given away whole albums for free, and they're more than okay with it. But that's just one album. they're still selling other albums on the side. So and the stuff that's on the side is actually the stuff they want to have up front. So I think that there's a lot of discussion to be had about that. And as I say in the video, I don't think the DMCA is perfect. I think it worked for its time. I think it did really well. I think having it play such an important role with Napster and Metallica versus Napster, I think is also another. It was, like I said, it worked for that, but that was also 20 years ago, and a lot has changed. Things like Spotify, Twitch, and even YouTube in its current state didn't exist the way we know it now. So yeah, I think there is room for change. 20 years ago. Well, I was old in I was old by YouTube standards. I was definitely old by Twitch standards. I was definitely old then. I mean, I was in my 30s. So yeah, I was old. But man, I mean, now I guess now in Twitch years, I'm coming up on Cro-Magnon phase. He complained about today's youth when he was in single digits. Wow, Mika, your brother's a legend. Your brother's a legend. Yeah. Yeah, you young whippersnappers, go ahead and talk. Yeah, Mika. Yeah, it sneaks up on you if you're not careful. That's funny. That is funny, Mika. That is very funny. Okay, Mika. Well, thank you for watching the video. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, I'm going to step away for just a little bit. I'm going to see if I can't get a little bit of caffeine into me. It's going to be a short. It's going to be a short riding sprint. I have a run at 4:30. I want to be ready for, you know. And but I did want to get in just a few words. Get started. Not sure why, but I feel like my pace is slowing down. Well, I didn't get a lot of writing done last week. I did do some writing, but I did it on the video, not necessarily on this. And it's not that it's hard to get back into. I'm just seeing that it just feels like I've hit a weird point with it. I've hit a weird point with it where I feel like I can't. Where I'm having a tough time getting back into it. Finding the pace. Not worried. It just this happens sometimes. All right. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. That's the thing, Mika. Brothers will always keep you honest. Brothers will always keep you honest. So, quick writerly advice. Always, always, always check before you pop the tab on something. Always check to make sure it's what you want to drink. I thought I'd reached for a cherry Coke, and it turns out that the dark red and purples of a cherry Coke label are very similar to the labels you see on a Dogfish Head canned Sunday Feels beer. So, had I popped a beer and poured that over ice, it would have been a very different kind of stream. Hi, Misty. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Oh, and before I forget, ooh, excuse me. Really? Let's see. I mean, it would have been a bad thing because I'm going to be going for a run at 4:30, and it's great to have beer after a run, but not necessarily before a run. Not necessarily before a run. I'm just saying. Not necessarily before a run. There we go. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Let's see. And then oh, wait. Yeah. It's one of those things where you have to I promised I would there we go. All right. Sorry, I know I'm getting a little distracted here. Give me a second. I just promised somebody I would send them a link to this, and okay. All right. I mean, like I said, I don't want so let me get caught up. So yeah, I almost poured myself a beer instead of a soda. That would have been bad. You never want to. Well, I know Hemingway once said, "Write drunk, edit sober." To which I would say, yes, you were absolutely right. You should do it. But because I didn't sleep well the other night, and along with that, there was also just along with not sleeping well, there was also the matter of just I've got a run that I'm going to try to do at 4:30 today. Yeah, it would have been bad if I had had a beer right before or during a writing stream. And something I've also noticed, I can't drink beer while I write. I just can't do that. I can do it while I game, can't do it when I write. Cannot do it when I write, because I tried that once or twice, and both times I nearly fell asleep while I was writing. So that's not a good thing. It wasn't that I was writing boring stuff. The problem was that I just didn't have, it was just kind of lulling me to sleep. So yeah, so there's that. All right. All right. Ooh, pardon me. Oh, okay. Oh, I saw Steampunk Rick left too. All right. Yo, Panic. I should ask you that. Should ask you that. How is it going? Are you all right? Been worried about you after seeing that picture dropped into Discord. Getting T-boned is nothing light by any stretch of the imagination, and I know that Kat mentioned to you. Kat mentioned to you that you were that sometimes when you're doing, you know, when you get hit, when you get into an accident, you know, accidents can go undetected, at least physically, until like a day or two later. So, okay, all right. I'm sorry to hear that. Yo, Sam. Well, I was just asking Panic if she was okay after the fender bender she had yesterday, which really wasn't a fender bender. It was more like a more like a full-on T-boning, which is never good. And yeah, I just, you know, I was just checking just to make sure that you know, that Panic was on top of it and that she would be all right. All right. What? Why don't you come up here? What? Oh, hey, Dorothea Gaming. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming to this very chill stream right here. This is usually the writing streams are this. They are the chilled, relaxed streams. We're just here to get some words out and make some progress on this this work that I've been moving forward with this since last year. So yeah. Oh well. Then this is a great place to be, Dorothea. This is a great place to be. We do this every afternoon. I fire up the Wave Motion Gun. I sit down and I try to get some words out on this current work in progress. So Panic, I'm just gonna come out and say it, and your boss will probably hate me for this, but if you're getting yelled at for 2 hours on you know, on applying for transfer, yeah, that's not on her, or that's not on you, that's on her, because it's sending to her higher ups that if people are transferring to a different department or doing something like that, that basically tells them that the manager isn't doing, you know, isn't doing as good of a job as they could be doing, and that just makes her look bad. So that's her defense mechanism kicking in, and you know, and if that's the kind of way if that's the way she's running her her department, yeah, that's a toxic atmosphere you don't need to be in, you know. You like that, did you, Sam? Yo, Shane, how are you? Good to see you in chat. Oh, joint pain? Oh, that sucks. That totally sucks. Sorry to hear that, Dorothea. Whoop. That was 100 biddies for an old school anime reference. Very nice. Whoops. I'll go with that. There you go, a little rage. That'll wake you up. Little touch of Agretsuko right there. All right. Let's see. So let's get back to this. You're looking forward to Friday, and it's only Tuesday. So, Shane, you might want to ease into your week a little less. Then you might want to pace yourself, because if you're already hoping for the weekend and it's only Tuesday, your Monday must have gotten off to a really rough start. And for that, I apologize. I wish the vet assistant a nice weekend today, then corrected it to nice week. Yeah. We're all kind of, I mean, let's be honest, we're all losing our grip on time, because it's hard to believe we have been at this this whole lockdown / coronavirus thing for a year now. It sucks, but we're pushing forward. We're pushing forward. I just saw a headline here that apparently Texas is loosening up their restrictions on mask wearing and things like that. And I'm just like, I just think that might be a little too early for that sort of thing. People might want to pace themselves and just really, just people need to pump the brakes. They just need to pump the brakes. Okay. Now, if it's the counting down to WandaVision, yeah, you're gonna actually drive yourself crazy with that. I'm trying desperately not to think about WandaVision, but what an amazing show it has been, and that last episode was just that show was a gut wrencher, just an utter gut wrencher. It was amazing. Joint pain sucks. Early stages of degenerative cartilage. Some of the bones are literally scraping or rubbing against each other. Ouch, Dorothea. I'm sorry to hear that. Has anybody offered any kind of like supplements or anything like that to help strengthen that cartilage? I know that my my late wife had a problem with one of her knees, and there was they did something to replace the cartilage in it, and then put her on a supplement that was supposed to help that cartilage grow or reproduce. That might have come out wrong. Reconstruct itself. I'm not sure. Whatever it was, I never found out whether or not she could function with it afterwards. But I do remember that. I do remember the knee surgery she had. It was pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Naruto, good to see you in chat. How are you? I work from home on Fridays, on Thursday as well. Okay, it's starting to become a bit scary right now. I'm honestly not comfortable with 4-hour commute and cramped trains. That very evening, the government from work from home if possible. Wow. I mean, it is hard to believe, and I know that that's part of what I've been going through. What happened with me last week? I was well. Then come on up here. I was last week was the year anniversary of me being laid off on account of well, depending on who you talk to. You know, I mean, there's the my misadventure with job hunting has been pretty crazy, and I don't mind saying it. I think the coronavirus scare kind of stepped things up a bit. It really stepped things up for me. And you know, and I got laid off. I got laid off a year ago last week, and I found out that 2 weeks after I had been laid off, there was an outbreak of COVID at the place I was working at. So I really looked at the layoff as more of a blessing on a number of levels. I was also not happy at that job. So, but still, having been at the job hunt for a year, it has been exhausting. Hasn't been all bad though. I mean, you know, I've been you know, I've been doing a lot more streaming. I've been trying to find you know, different ways of expanding my skill set and expanding my expanding my talents. You know, the recent video that I shot and I edited for YouTube, that was one of the toughest things I've done. It was really a challenge. And now the real challenge, I think, of YouTube isn't, hey, I made a YouTube video, it's online now, you can go take a look at it. The real challenge is, okay, I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to do another one, and another one, and another one. It's really no different than streaming. It's not your first stream that you should be proudest about. It's your 100th stream or your 1000th stream, you know. Not a lot to be done. Triggered by another illness in my joints and maybe a few hours of pain every night. Doing anything right now would be with her. That's tough, Dorothea. It's tough. But I appreciate you coming here and, you know, chilling out with us. And when you're up for it, if you want to join us in a little word sprint, by all means, you can get into that. Like I said, I do these streams on I try to do these streams on a regular basis. Sometimes some weeks I nail it. Other weeks not so much. But that's the plan. Is that on the afternoons I come in here. The cat, of course, when he's up for it, he'll hang out here, and then we just get some words done. And sometimes my wife Pip will join me. That's why it's the shared desk. What? Yes, I see you up there. You got the high ground. I'm very proud of you. Kat. And just as a reminder, everybody, I will be back tonight at 7 o'clock. It is Titan Tuesday, and it'll be great being kicking off a new week of content and just get some time in here with you all. That's when I'm looking at something I always look forward to. I got to look ahead and find out if I can get a raid together this week, because it dawned on me I'm one good run away from getting the Descendant title, and I was saying to people I would like to see if I could get it before March. Now, granted, the deadline to get the Descendant title isn't until the end of the year, but you know. Where are we, Dorothea? I am in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm on the Virginia side of Washington, D.C. I'm not in D.C., but I'm just outside of it. So we're in Northern Virginia. We being me and the Gamer Cat here. Let me see if I can swing the camera around so you can see Gamer Cat. He is keeping an eye on me. And I'm curious as to what's on his mind. Then again, That's how I feel about all three of our cats here. But there he is. That's Gamer Cat. Did you want a treat for getting up there? Is that the vibe I'm picking up from you? You get up there, you get a treat, right? Fair enough. All right. I'll give you two. And how about you, Dorothea? In fact, why don't we do that real quick, just to sound off? What state or what country are you chatting from? Let's do a quick head check. Oh, okay. Denmark, very cool. Columbus, Ohio, and it's effing cold. Oh, sorry, Misty. So I'm probably going to make a big decision within the next few days. It's not safe for me to photograph shows until I at least have the vaccine, and even then my immune system is just so crappy. I think I might just jump ship from concert photography to just being a full-time Twitch streamer. Well, here's something I would suggest, Misty. Depending on the safety factor, you know, and how you feel. I think you as a photographer may have more options ahead of you. You might be able to, you know, I wouldn't go into wedding photography because, man, wedding photography can be somewhat soul-sucking from what I've seen. The wedding industry is just rife with bridezillas and unrealistic demands and just stuff that I don't know. I just no. Yeah, exactly. I just don't think anybody needs that. I almost got involved in the wedding industry, and when I saw some of the stuff that people were doing in that, I said, "This isn't my jam." And that was for video editing. But there's different kinds. I mean, you can always do portrait photography, or you could always do You could do corporate photography. That's always big. There's always demand for corporate photography from what I've seen. The reason I'm bringing this up is that going full time with Twitch, I think, can be a very tricky issue. I mean, and I think you can go back and start doing shows again, but I wouldn't. I personally like when people were asking about Dragon Con and Gen Con, you know, for me and Pip to go back as guests to Gen Con, I was pretty adamant to Pip. I said I'll feel safe about going back to Gen Con in 2022, not so much in 2021, not so much. In fact, when it comes to travel of any kind, I think the only time I'm really going to feel safe is if once my family gets the vaccine. I know I want to plan a trip with my mom and take her with us to New Zealand for some for you know, my mom's never been out of the country before, and for safety's sake, I would very much prefer not going anywhere until we go to New Zealand. And the idea would be we would go to New Zealand on Boxing Day, so we'd fly out of here on the 26th, and we'd arrive you know, Christmas Day in New Zealand. I'd be okay with that. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think you should. I just think the going full time with Twitch is just such a tricky thing. I mean, some people have asked me, you know, would I want to go full time with Twitch? I mean, sure, I'd love to do that, but I just know right now that I just don't have enough people watching in a live stream, and I don't have enough subs to be able to confidently do that. There was the month that I was rated by Markiplier and his Kick Club, that a lot of people here fondly remember. It was a blast. I mean, it was great, and I got a taste of what it would be like to be a full-time streamer and to be a partner and to have, you know, a lot of people watching me in real time. And yeah, it was a really solid education, but I also realized the amount of pressure. Doing pretty good until, oh, look at that. Dorothea the Gaming with a follow. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Monster Mash. I do appreciate it. But I was going to say that yeah, but I was going to say that yeah, the pressures of going full time, you know, you get a little more wrapped up in things like, you get more wrapped up in things like analytics, and you get more wrapped up in longer streams, and it becomes a little tougher. And it becomes even tougher when you're trying to figure out what it is that keeps people coming back and keeps your numbers, if not going up, going at a good clip in the direction you want it to go. And it's always tough. It's always tough to find. It's always tough to. It's tough waters to navigate. I'm not saying this just to say you don't know that. I'm just you know, pontificating a bit on or at least from my point of view, of the challenges of going full time. All right, let me see if I can get another 120 words. If I could just get 500 words in this writing sprint out, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Right. Yeah. Number fever. I love that, Misty. I absolutely love that. Just want a safe outlet for everything I want to do. On Twitch, I like the game. Want to talk about books, try some local indie band exposure that would feel like I'm still making a difference even though I'm not out there. That's nice. That's a good application of it, Misty. It's a very good application of it. Now I've always believed that the potential of Twitch has always been amazing to me. Ever since I first got on this platform. So yeah, I do think that there's a lot people can do with it. There's a lot you can do with it. All right. Look at that. Oh, well, thank you, Moonflower. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I won't be on for too long though because I have a run in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to get in 3 miles today, and then I'm gonna get home, shower, Spanish, eat, and then I'll be back with Destiny tonight. But I wanted to see if I could. Let me just find this that will prevent. Yes, that's very true. That is very, very true. It's a good time to be in Destiny. I would have liked to have clocked in a little more time this week, but I was busy this weekend. I was busy this weekend putting that together. A reminder to clean your glasses with isopropyl alcohol wipes. and they get dirty. I just did that. They're cleaner than they've been in months. Very true. Very true. I won't be running in my glasses. I don't need to run in my glasses to see where I'm going. So that's help. I'm also running with a partner, so that's another. That's both a good motivational help as well as just not going at it alone. Anyway. All right. So here's the thing, chat. I am going to call it because because I need to get into my running gear, and then I will be back tonight at 7 for Titan Tuesday, and I hope you'll be joining me then. But thank you everybody for coming in here and hanging out on this very quick, very chill writing sprint. Got in a little over 500 words, not too bad. Not anywhere near the goal that I aim for, but this is proving to be a slightly tricky chapter. I don't even know where it's going to go. I mean, right now it's chapter 12, but that could easily change. I'm jumping from the rough draft of the surveillance plan that was being proposed to use against the mob to them actually being in the field, and that's a big jump. I know there's going to probably be something between that last chapter I was working on and this chapter, but instead of hemming and hawing and working in a real linear fashion, I want to go ahead and just focus on finishing the rough draft and getting things done. So I'm gonna forge on ahead, and then if I have to back up and put in some more content or change it around, I'll be doing that too. So thanks everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. I will see you all tonight, 7 p.m. here. It'll be Destiny, and it'll be all Titan all the time. As to what we'll be getting up to, I have no idea. I will probably be running for Pinnacles and Powerfuls. So Misty, if you're around, let me know, and I will talk to you all later. You all take it easy. Have a great afternoon. Peace out.